go. Yeah, right. There we go. Cool. And then we can work on the edits for a bit. I think we'll start with an elite edit here, maybe? Let's see. We've got this one we still have to finish. There's me killing Harry, I still have to finish. Let's see. There's me killing MTG. I think the audio on this one was fucked up though, right? Yeah. So I'll have to finish that though. Oh, in the meantime, really quick here. Okay, cool. And let's see. Oh, and I should keep opening Discord here since if I'm making an elite video, I want to have Discord open in the browser here, especially with the new stuff today that we got in terms of hate mail. Dude, seeing Lego spurg out after losing to me as many times as he did, and then like losing his alternate was hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen someone like so angry. Hold on. Let me grab him real quick. Yeah, hold on. We need to grab more. Here we go. Pictures. And then there was, what was it, this one? Yeah. We need to grab this one. And then this one. Do we need this one? Oh, yeah. We need this one. Do we need this one? Let's see. We might need this one too. Do we need? No, we don't need this one. Oh, let me get this saved too. We can do this one as Harry 3 stand in. There we go. Harry 3 stand in. And then we'll need, hold on. Okay. Probably this one. Need this one? Yeah, we definitely probably need this one. Probably need this one too. Probably this one. Especially because that'll pair well with his other comments. Let's see. Probably grab this one and this one. Man, it's like, I don't think people realize the process of what I have to do usually when I'm like making a video too. Especially when I'm making like an elite video, right? Will this song work? I don't like this one actually. I don't think it'll work because of copyright either way. Oh, which reminds me, is that video done right now? Let's go check. Video manager. Okay, that one is done. Great. Cool. I should grab this one and this one. Oh, this one's like, oh, this is the 50-minute one, isn't it? Yeah. Took like fucking forever. I should probably grab this one. And this one. Oh, this one's a 90s kid, so I should grab that one. Should grab expressives. Let's see. There's web gear, but I don't. If I want to read, well, I eventually will redo his videos anyways. I just gotta, well, his video, not videos. There were videos originally of him, but I don't want multiple. I'm not gonna focus on Archon Furies right now. I can get around to that later. I'll redo the Axie ones later. Where is that one? Hold on. It's not this one, right? No. No, that's the conflict zone one. Ooh, this is against Evil Twink's gunship. So I don't need that right now, I don't think. Oh, this is against Harry Potter's first alt, the eggplant one. Yeah. Which I thought was hilarious. Let's see.
It's almost like he's...
Ah! Snishy. Nishy voice. I know I've got Friction's voice recorded here, so... Oh, this is off. I might do Zoffs right now. What's the issue with this one? Is it? Oh, it's just in a different incompatible format. I forgot my old recordings were like that. Blame Relive. Hold on. Girlfriend texting me. I had a major issue. Do we need this?
Great. So the...
That's another Nishi fight. I forgot, I have like 4 of them still. That's me fighting Varasthea. I guess I can put that in too. It all depends on what I eventually will trim this down to. It's gonna take a while, but I can get it figured out. Just might require a bit of tinkering. Oh, we probably also need... What was it? It was this one, right? Yeah, that's 3. We definitely need that image. Where is it? Would be number 3 of that picture set. Where is it? F F F C D E F. There it is. That'd be that one? No, sorry, I'm missing this one, which is... I don't think I had saved this one yet. This one's just stalking. I can save as, yeah, stalking. There we go. There, boom, got it. This one? Yeah, this one's really important to have. This one, right here. It's a really important one to have. Because there's ableism from Walking Dead, of course. And then you've got the people stalking me, which is great, you know. Well, I say that but sarcastically. I mean, we saw 2 of them this afternoon, right? So, yeah. Just kind of funny right there. That big one. It's a good one. Especially because, you know, you've also got people like The Walking Dead or rather them sending people after my channel, of course, right? So having this here as a way of being like, hey, if you got sent to my channel by this guy, time to know what really goes on, right? Right? Yeah. So, where is it? Because I think I was gonna start with the where was it? The one which is Geek from here it is. This one. I was gonna start with this one, cause this one has me fighting Geek from Elite Dangerous, and he's one of the big ones that usually is an advocate about how he's never fought me. But I actually fight him in a 2v1 here, so it's a really good video because it kind of demonstrates just how good I am. Because I can fight a big ship and an FDL by myself, you know, and not lose and come out on top without even losing my shields, right? I think we're gonna look at a 150 size for this. Yeah, so we can start kind of probably around, I think, maybe, let's see, where do I start shooting? It's over pretty quickly. Yeah, see, there's the FDL. Oh, it's around here. Okay. Okay, we can cut it here, slice it down, move this back. Oh, and just in case people don't know who Geek is, if you go to Discord here on the Reyes, he's one of the bigger ones, like I said, who usually claims he's never fought me or whatever. Let's see. Where is the Geek one? Ah, there we go. Aha. I guess he's been going now under Witch Geeker. There we go. It's an interesting name change, but I guess it works. Interesting seeing him as a Toho guy, considering he was one of the bigger guys to like call me all those like slanderous names like pedophile and stuff. But I guess he does Toho now. Go figure. We'll name this Geek. It was kind of like, what was it, when I beat Warhawk from Xbox when he finally switched over to PC, and then I did it without even losing my shields. So let's put that up there. Boom. There we go. I guess, so let's see. If you look here, this is about roughly 4 minutes. So what can we fit here that would maybe feel good tempo-wise? Something that I know won't, or rather I can figure out won't get claimed for copyright. That way we can actually feature it in the video. I know Mechanicus won't, but I've used Mechanicus probably a little bit too much. So there's some overload we could try. We can retry this one. Yeah, this one might work. Let's see.
I hear you loud and clear. Moving to attack position.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Copy. Enemy sighted. Moving to engage.
Like I said, Geek isn't very hard to take down. He's pretty straightforward. Pro is even much of a challenge for him to fix pretty bad. He's really horrible. I actually don't even know why he's a mentor technically on Rhea's server. He's really bad. It's all good. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like I said, yeah, Marcus makes a good point about this too. from what we just sent into Discord Trust and Safety. Like these guys that like harass me, it's like they don't expect Discord Trust and Safety to body slam them once Discord gets the reports, right? They're, like I said, it's a little creepy from them. Not a little creepy, it's hella creepy. Yeah, it's just weird. You save this again though. I'm gonna go open up the main I've been working on recently, which is the Odin one. Not, is it this one? I think it's this one. No, it's not this one, because I redid this one. That's right. It was, where is it? It's actually in my export. So what was the file called? Should be Sharn OP editor. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Yeah, it's this one. But I was actually, some people asked me about the gear today, even if it was replicant technically. I should go and work a bit more, or I don't know. I've got to finish Kiyu when he stalked me into warships. So this one, here still. Yeah, I know. I've still got to grab those. I gotta grab new versions of those files. That was here. So I gotta grab new versions of these files. So now I moved them. Where is it actually? That's the Colorado one. That's the nice one. Hold on. Palmer and Sharn. Twink fighting me. Hold on, let me grab this for a second here. That's still this one, right? Let's see. Yeah, this one. Okay. So we don't need this one per se. What was I gonna grab again? Fuck. You know that moment when you're spacing out. 1 second. You're texting me so much right now, girl. It should be desktop. Okay, there it goes. There it is. There's the gear one. Boom. Do I have to get a new version of the gear? Yeah, I have to get a new version of the Twitch gear recording, actually, before that one fully works. So, hold on. Gear video. Where are you? There you are. Just download that as a plain whatever, because it works perfectly. Did I? Oh yeah, I did do the Demon Kitty one, because that was going to go into the new Sharnhart video, actually. So let me just swap back over to... What's this file missing again? This is missing... Oh, this is missing my tile sequences. Okay, that's fine. So, because I redid those title sequences anyways. Right? Yeah. Yes. Those should be here. Video end credits. Boom. Is that my old one? Well, this is the current one. Okay. And then... Where is it? Title sequence. Where are you? Actually, wait, no, that is my old one. I forgot. Because the new one was the one that I edited. It took me like a while to edit. It was this one, actually. Yeah. So this one I don't need. This one I do, though. This is the new one. And then... Where's the title sequence? In my files here, I must sort. There it is. Boom. I've also got to do... Save and upgrade, yes, because it's newer hit films. I've also got to redo... Where is it? This one. It was... Where is the file? Oh, yeah, it was this one. When Sony took down the original version of me beating Harry because of copyrighted music. It was funny. Japan copywriting Japan. It was like, all right then. So let's see, what is it? Is that WatchSmart 140? No, I don't. Should be let's skip to right about like here. Yeah, that works. This is gonna get cut anyways because I have to redo this music. It was already claimed, so that's fine. And we can do, was it because oh man, this was funny when I beat Harry that day. He had such a tantrum. Oh man, it was hilarious. This is like lower quality stroke. It's my older recordings. Look at how like bad quality it is. It was good though, beating him. It was kind of funny, especially with like watching him explode. Or was it? It was like, yeah. Wait, what was it? When I killed him like right here because he was trying to make it go. That was so great. Boom. It was so funny watching him explode. Like it was just so good. Like he couldn't even beat a taxi, right? Like that's how bad this like combat logger was, right? And he was such a bad combat logger. Like so bad. You know? It was just hilarious, right? I mean, it makes sense, I guess, of course, with how bad he was. I mean, you know, was it the methodology I have of like, once a cheater, always a cheater, once a liar, always a liar, right? And like, he's kind of like, he truly exemplifies it, right? Where was it? Like this was like a great thing, and when he was like just stealing money from my bank account, like this guy, like, right? Or like this one, where it was like he's admitting to stabbing me, yeah. It was like, dude, like, do you even have like the brain? It was crazy, right? Like I've seen some like next level gen stuff basically from the elite community, and it's amazing how much some of these guys will go out of their way to harass people better than they, right? You know, some people are just too bad. The game, right? Let's see, like, where is it? Where did I kill them specifically? That's a no fine. That's a fine. Where was it? Right. Oh yeah, when I killed him right there, and it was great. And then they all had this like spurg. No, not spurg. They just had this like tantrum, right? All on Reddit. It was like, oh, you didn't kill Harry, and I'm all like, but I did. I shot him and killed him twice. Even though he was trying to hide on the bottom of Pelly. It was really, really funny to see. Like, it was just funny. I've got 2 of these. I don't need 2 copies of these. I don't need to duplicate. Remove that. Oh, that's one in the timeline. So let me move this one then. Boop. That works. It was just like super funny to see. Oh man, it was really funny, you know, because it's the funniest thing lately was watching like Lego because it was funny. We knew it was Lego the moment we invited him to our server, because he like invited himself, and it was like, bruh, oh, bruh. It was just really funny to see. Kind of like watching Replicant talk to himself this afternoon on my stream. It was really, really funny. Oh hey, and then first you've got like Jazzid here, right? Which was really funny. Because Jazzid first started out as Sean the Sheep before he went to Jazzid, right? And then like was it so yeah, like Jazzid first started out as Sean the Sheep, and then I beat him as Sean the Sheep at the PvP hub. So then he had this like massive like at the PvP hub itself. And then he decided to actually change his name from Sean the Sheep to Jazzid, and which was I think was probably funny when he did it, because he got banned from Discord, right, as Sean the Sheep. He was like stalking me with Xantar and stuff, so it made sense, right? He got his ban. and then he like came back as Jazzed within like a couple days. The first Jazzed, by the way. There's 3 total that he's been banned from as Jazzed, which I think is even more hilarious. And then like was it he fought me again in his Faz and couldn't even break the shield on my gunship. That video I'll have to redo. I originally had taken out all the audio and used the Shadow Thief song, but I ended up using that song more and more and more later on into my like career because I liked it as the idea of like the Shadow Thief from Destiny, right? Oh, let me screenshot the chat by the way, so I can send those into Discord. Not Discord. Well, not Discord, but Twitch, because that type of like bowling anyways is a little funny. Let me link this actually around to a bunch of my friend discords as well, like anime and VTuber discord, so they can see exactly what these guys are doing. That way they know who to ban from different channels and who to watch out for, who to report to Twitch. It's a very important thing to do, right? But no, yeah, so actually let me grab some pictures of like of stuff that Jazz has done to me too, because I think that'll be really great for any type of edits I've done, and I think it'd be really cool. Where are they? Ah, yeah, they're in the D folder, not the F folder. Man, when you have so many like drives to sort through, that it's like so much external space, you know. It's just funny. See these. Oh no, this is Starfire stuff, but this will be fine anyways to have. Or like the Spaceman stuff was really funny to have. Like the this isn't normal moderation. Oh yeah, this is bullying. Or like this stuff that's supposed to look really good to have. Or even this stuff was really good to have, where they were actually like doxing people on Rhea's Discord, or like when Pelly was doxing my face, right? This one. Or like when we found a bunch of them combat logging and then they like hit it. This one. Or like Love and Peace that's been going around to like different discords and like stalking me and trying to get people to like name call me. I think this one was like really like a really good like example of it, right? He would go around and like talk to people and try to get people to like name call or hate me. Oh yeah. By the way, this is the Love and Peace guy, the same guy that is from that other screenshot earlier. This was it. This one here. And Love and Peace, by the way, was exactly banned. Was one of the first ones, I believe, before the big ban wave, where like 95% of code got banned. Right. He was the first one that legitimately got banned by FDev for actually targeting people. And then it was funny to see them all like go one by one by one. And then was it the petition from Ryan and them to try to get them all unbanned after like Harry and a bunch of them got actually banned for targeting people on the GMI site, which I thought was like, wow, that is a level of sad, right? I mean, like I said, it's the entire Elite community in general. It's the same type of stuff that you've seen even from like Commander Plater, right? The same guy who tries to claim he has cancer when he clearly doesn't. You know, so it's just a lot of very interesting stuff, right? And of course they'll come and like rant, and instead of being, you know, calm and collected and adult about it, you'll see them throw out insults, right? Which generally, of course, is how exactly you can spot people that are wrong being wrong, right? If you're an adult, you'll be able to rationalize, talk through it without needing to, you know, devolve into like a lot of different petty insults. But if you do, it's kind of like a way of saying, hey, yeah, I'm guilty, you know? So it's just interesting to see. And it's hilarious that this is the entirety of the Elite community, right? Like they don't have any other way of interacting at all. And you've seen it like across multiple games, right? What is it? Like I've seen like Harry Potter in terms of him being restrained play other games, and he's just as bad in Elite, right? Just as bad in Elite as he is in other games, or even him admitting that he's been permanently banned on his Twitch, and then instead of accepting he's permanently banned, he goes and has all his friends target and bully me, you know, on like Rhea's stuff. It's just hilarious to see, right? Or like people like Willie, some of these biggest people on like off topic, right? They'll go and like do illegal dumps on Discord, right? Which, by the way, if people weren't aware, if you dump a Discord server, it's technically against the TOS, right? You can get not only the entire server who shares it, but anyone who shares it permanently banned. And I think one of the big things that Jazzit did, which was probably one of the scariest things, was he would go around doing this archive server, right? Which was basically just he doxed me and he literally put my information online on a big server dedicated to hating me. It was actually a little. It wasn't so much as just creepy, but like, dude, that's a level of like really sad. Like that is. Are you okay mentally, dude? Like you're that bad at a video game that you have to go and target people like this? It was crazy. Um, and it was just it's, it's just sad to see. There's not a lot of words to it, right? You don't have the words when something like this happens. It's just it's just interesting to see that some people just don't have the capability of interacting normally after losing in video games, right? Or I think was it this other one where we found like Yamato actually like doxing me on Reddit where he was posting my personal information, and so he posted my personal information onto I am not very I am very smart, and the mods themselves actually called him out and banned him, and it was like, dude, if other people are noticing that you're doxing, shouldn't you like stop? It was crazy because this guy had this was like this is the level of delusion they've got, right? Um, like it's just weird to see like that. Yeah, like this guy's crazy. Yamato's crazy. Like look at this. He posted it multiple times, right? Like multiple times to try to dox me on. And this is the elite community, right? This sore losers who dox people who are better than they, right? And it's just hilarious to see. Um, oh, and we got another thing from another person. Wow, wow, that is a wow. This chat. Um, and it's this type of chat, by the way, which here I can drop the Discord link here, actually of it. I'll probably put on Imgur later, but like you've got to like this chat is some people just you know they don't know how to like, and by the way, this is like proof people that some people just don't know how to handle being bad at a video game, right? Like you'll see his chat too, even in my thing later on. It's like when they name call you different types of things like schizophrenic or all that type of stuff, all because you're exposing what they actually do to you. It's crazy to see, um and oh, by the way, calling Lego my best friend, that's so weird. My best friend isn't Lego. um yeah, wow. When the automata literally picks up stuff. Wow. Huh. Yeah, like I said, this is what these guys do, right? They don't have the capability of being normal people. That they'll stalk the best person in the game. Um, Actually, you know what? There's a good comparison. So a while back, I saw this really cool Smash Brothers Melee video, right? And it was the Jigglypuff main, right? Who had gotten good enough to be able to beat like all the Fox people, and instead of the community treating him with respect and whatever, the big thing was that the new and upcoming young Fox player, um, like went and started like defaming this guy, targeting this guy in his real life, and that's exactly what Harry did, right? The best gunship palette in the game, especially considering the gunship actually does perform better than an FDL in terms of her yaw, her verticals, and her laterals. Um, they can't beat the best palette in the game without whatever stuff. Occasionally, sure, I might lose. Of course, everybody loses from time to time. It happens. I think the hilarious bit about when it comes to Friction Labs, specifically too, is having the phone chats with him specifically, so I know he's not Lego. Um, and then what was it? Watching him essentially try to like cover it up or change facts with the, was it 12 times he lost to me, and then 1 time he beat me, and then he lost another 5 times. It was like, it was just funny to see that this is how some people like this work, right? And you can see I'm barely even paying attention to my chat, and they're basically throwing tantrums. Of course, this is all them attempting to cover up stuff in the way that they did. I mean, they always do, right? I think it was, you know, they've been throwing a tantrum on Discord in a way that, not even just a tantrum. They've been legitimately threatening my life on Discord on Rhea's server. And does Rhea stop it? No. Does FDev even stop it? No. And I think that's what the cool thing about it is, especially now that the law has legitimately like restrained not only like Harry himself, but the entire community, and the way that the document worked. Like, it basically allows me to go, yeah, what you're doing is extremely illegal. The fact you even exist on these platforms, Twitch, Discord, YouTube, any of the games that you might play that you play with me is extremely illegal. And every time I see you type anything, all I do is update my local police in San Bernardino here. It's pretty easy. And well, yeah, sure, I have to wait for the report to get approved, and I can't get you extradited right now thanks to COVID being COVID. You know, it's still just like a case of like, it's hilarious that, you know, this is how stupid these guys are, right? You know, they just don't learn. I think it was even the first one was like this one, which I think was funny too, when I made this like compilation of all the stuff that like Replicant would like lie about, right? And it was just like, it was just funny where like these guys have done so much in terms of even doing false counterclaims, or not counterclaims, sorry, just false claims in general on like YouTube, right, to protect their quote unquote image, right? What did I was taught do? I've seen people, Harry do it multiple times. What was it? There was that actually, this is great. I can bring up the video of Harry using the macros to basically cheat beam lasers, right? Which is something that they would do like a lot. They would actually use like the elite dangerous cheats and stuff. Oh, and I think it was, yeah, it was even Friction who gave me the screenshot of Harry using those cheats too, which I thought was even more hilarious, right? You've got a bunch of this type of stuff that you can basically like use as a kind of like, you know, whatever. Um, or even them getting angry about the most stupidest of stuff, right? Oh, by the way, in terms of you guys saying it's bad audio quality, no, I just have my mic turned down. I could turn it all the way up, but I don't feel like turning it up. I've got it turned down. I just don't like talking very loudly. There we go. Let it back down to like -2.5. Yeah, it's just been really funny to see. It really kind of has been, and the elite community just doesn't learn, right? Like, at the end of the day, they'll send people to attack me ad nauseum on every single Discord they can. And I'm now more famous than any player in Elite based on the fact that they just can't let it go. They just can't accept the fact that they are losers, that their entire community of meta is built on this predication of essentially what amounts to lies. And that they don't like the gunship being as good as it is because it's much rather to praise something that's cool rather than to praise something that plays defensively, right? Which I always thought was funny, especially the way that my gunship like flight style worked. Like, I was very much a kind of like, I control the engagement by being very reactionary, which is the same thing you kind of see me doing in warships, right? With how my Scharnhorst play works. I angle away. I give you enough room so that you're basically within my range and I'm within yours, but I can shoot you and you necessarily kind of can't really shoot me very well back. You know, it's a kind of reactionary kind of thing. I think even some of the funniest stuff was watching, even like, was it Crimson Gamer 99, like the first guy, one of the big first ones I ever beat, right? Though these big tantrums for essentially what amounts to years, right? And of course they'll never grow up. Put it this way, like when I met Harry, I think he was like 21 or something, and he's been harassing me now for the past 6 years, which would make him like 27. That's like a good portion of his life, and he still isn't stopping. He doesn't know how to move on. None of these guys, especially a lot of them that have actually been banned from Elite, literally don't have the capability of moving past it. They don't know how to move on. Some of them, like I said, even like, let's say like Captain Pelly, he had so many alternates, and it's, you know, this guy who doesn't even have a job, right? Like, this level of like stupid. Or even like him trying to pretend that like I've doxed him when in reality it was he who doxed me. and he had to do everything he could to cover it up and cover up his loss. Actually, let me grab that video real quick here. Let's see, Prism wing fight. Oh, that's right, because we beat Prism that one time, outnumbered. Let's see, Railguns. I never really figured out if Railguns was technically Gabe's alternate or Harry's. Either way, it's here nor there at this point now. So there's I Am Will. I think I was going to do this at one point, but the fight just felt so stagnant because he just ran so much and got super racist. Like it was crazy. I got the Cassis fight here too. Oh, there's Code's fight again. Oh yeah, Blunt Commando. Oh man, the Blunt Commando fights were hilariously dumb because he had like spent so much like time like building up his massive ego about how good he was, and then he goes and fights me and can't even hurt me. It was hilarious. Um, yeah, it was a fucking joke. Like this type of like joke, medium versus medium, and like he runs after losing his shields twice, being unable to break mine, and it's just like this level of stupid, right? That this is this is kind of why I got tired of playing Elite. That once they'd start losing, they'd run away, they'd load premiums, and then they try to gank you for beating them. It was hilarious to see because they were just that bad, right? Like I've always looked down on people like Andy Polarius for being really bad and only being able to kill traders, right? But this is like levels of bad where they can barely even fight themselves. Like it was that stupid, right? Like sometimes you wish that they would actually be good at the game, but they never were and they never will be. And I mean they'll never get a chance to anyways, considering 95% of them have been banned. Code's entire thing now is that Code's no longer active, basically because a lot of them were banned. I think the first one to be banned was Fly Auburn, actually. I knew he even got it banned from Discord too, in the same way that Algamatic got it almost instant ban from Discord. Who we got for a follow? Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Commander Ant. Oh, I remember you. Weren't you the one who like pretended that you wanted to know more about stuff and then wait, you're Burger Ant, right? Yeah, that guy. Wait, no, are you? I don't know. I don't care anymore. It's the Elite community and you're all kind of dumb. No, really, you're all kind of dumb. Yeah, thanks for the follow, I guess. Welcome to the Falterverse. But yeah, it's just whatever. So, but yeah, what was it? Where was the next point I was on? Oh, I'm not gonna answer your question, by the way. I really kind of don't care anymore. No, I don't. Even if you're not who I think you are, I really just don't care. I've embraced my philosophy when dealing with the entire Elite community of #NoFucks. You guys kind of deserve it now. You all either condone what's happened to me, or you're part of it, or you know what's gone on, and you turn a blind eye, which is condoning still, or you've taken part of it to protect yourselves. You're all the same. Nobody is innocent. There was this one. I don't know if I can make a video out of this one, though. It just felt so weird, because I'm fighting this Cobra who has to fight me. And it felt really weird, because the guy, like, brought cops, and he still couldn't break my shields at the end of it. And then he, like, dies, and I'm like, this wasn't very fun. This was just kind of meh, just showing that I'm good enough to hit Cobras with plasma and railguns, and you guys can't? Question mark. I mean, to be fair, the entire Elite community relies on prismatics, which already is kind of a way of saying I'm so bad I don't know how to manage. It's really, really just painful. Like seeing anybody argue for prismatics in Elite it hurts me to read it or whatever. It's just beyond, like, why would you do that to yourself? Are you so bad you don't know how to get good type stuff or whatever? It's just disastrously ugh. Like it kind of just is. What I'll actually do while I'm working on this is continue working on my Odin edit. Well, not Odin, sorry. This is Scharnhorst. I always think it's Odin, but no. The reason why I stopped working on the Odin edit was because I found that there was a claim in that last audio. so I had to like redo it and start over because I was gonna put a dunk on it, which by what was it? No. It's a good song. I love it. It's this one.
Yeah, it's sick, that. You know what you want to do with that, right? You want to put a banging donk on it.
It was a good vid. Even the idea of it was pretty good. I just, like I said, I couldn't use it because the music was claimed. So when usually music's claimed on Twitch, especially if you want to upload it to both Twitch and YouTube, they'll mute your audio, which kind of sucks, you know, because it does a lot of work. So that's a big thing I've been working on right now. Is just when it comes to like, especially like if you look at the last Knives video I edited, which was great. It netted me actually $200 even thanks to the partnership I've got right now. I basically had to like completely make this remix of the Helltaker music, which was great. It was good fun, and I think the biggest thing right now, which I've been fighting in terms of even doing new videos, is like, you know, once you make something really cool and then you're all like, I love this music, but I love this music, you know, and then you're kind of like stuck in that like weird creative phase of how do I how do I go on from here, right? Because you're like, I love this, but I want it to be better, so how do I make it better, right? So just kind of like, you know, weird to see. Oh, where was I? It was still talking about Elite though. You can see my mouse moving around because I'm doing other stuff, but because like the big thing right now, which I've been, at least in terms of this video, which I've been thinking about, I still have to fill this section here, which I was doing this little thing here where I was like showing off the armor, because like the big thing which I've been doing right now is I've been finding that Flamu is very reminiscent of Harry, especially in the way they think. Which I was talking to my best friend about this, Marcus. I wonder if it's a British thing. Because, like, I've seen people, like, well, British people, like, for example, harass me and my entire country, like America, for thinking that just because we know something more than a British person does, that it, like, makes us, like makes us, the Americans, like, apparently, like, talking down to them. Which I don't get. Like, if you know something better than somebody, then, I mean, it stands to reason that the person who knows less should be humble about it, right? Maybe it's an arrogance thing. It might just be entirely an arrogance thing. But was it like a speaking from a place of not having knowledge, right? Um, I don't know. It's a weird kind of way that they justify stuff. Kind of in the same way that I've seen like Harry and them think it's okay to call me a pedophile for just watching anime, right? But apparently that's whatever. I don't know. It's must be either a age or culture thing for them. I mean, it's of course not okay in modern society. Of course, it doesn't. You'll get arrested for it, and of course, you know, 90s and Harry's has. But like, you know, it's just funny. Oh, which I should definitely talk about too. Like, oh man, the injury which I got, um, because of what these guys did to me was, man, it was not fun. Like these guys came to my house, 5 of them, right? Even after I had filed the restraining order, with 90s broadcasting it on Twitter itself, right? Like bragging about coming to hurt me in real life and then doing it. And then like they attack me out, like literally outside of my apartment in front of a bunch of security cameras, giving not only their license plate and the car that they were in and their faces and everything to the police, of course. And of course they leave me bloodied and bruised with a ruptured right tympanic membrane, which is basically having your right eardrum ruptured, right? So I can't even hear out of it normally. And this was all after I filed a restraining order against them. This is the elite community in a nutshell. These crazy people, you know, these people that spend months, if not years, literally just harassing me on their Discord servers, right? And then, but if you talk about me, oh no, they'll target you. And if you don't agree with them, oh man, they'll bully you until you do. And that's what I think is sad, right? The whole way that their mob mentality works. And it's not because of anything legitimate. It really isn't. I'm, well, sure, I've got my bad side. I'm basically a nice guy. I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty forgiving too. And let's look at the case of like Lego Robot, for example. I knew he was stalking our server for quite a while, and I gave him plenty of opportunities to come clean about it, even though I knew it from the get-go, right? And that's basically even why I fought him in the way that I did. But you look at people like this that I have beaten multiple times in the past and are so anxious for like a vindication of their inadequate skill, right, or inability, that they'll just hurt you, and they don't know how to get over it. I think one of the funniest but yet ironic things I've seen too, in terms of these guys is like the crying that I've seen for the crimes on, right, or the premiums or whatever, and the hilarious aspect is they will run them all the time against anybody they can't beat, right? But if you actually use it against them, oh no, God forbid you use the same tactics against them. Oh yeah, yeah, bot's OP. Yeah, I agree with you, Marcus. Bot is definitely OP. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna quickly walk through this real quick here. It's gonna be about 2 minutes, guys. Give me 1 second, because I need to figure out what I want to do for transitions here, so I don't lose my focus for a second. Let me turn this up, actually. Yes, hello there, motorcycle. Go away now. I think I want to put maybe a fade here. I'm not sure. Let me try a fade. I know for certain I'm gonna be doing something with text to meme on KGV/Dookie York, because what I even find hilarious too is that apparently even from time immemorial the British think it's okay to gank basically anybody due to their inadequacy, right? I think that's what's even hilarious, because you've seen it all the way back in World War II, right? Like, was it the Royal Navy was so bad that not only could they not kill American merchant ships in 1812, where their entire full-on fleet couldn't even beat like actual paper merchant ships, right? But they were so bad that the Scharnhorst literally killed multiple Royal Navy vessels, got the historical longest range, most accurate shot in the world of all time, right? But eventually was sunk because she was outnumbered like 15-1. And it was like, is this like all the British have ever been? Like just gunkers? It's just hilarious, because, you know, if it kind of is, then I guess it would make sense with the mentality of how people like that work, right? Man, some of these guys are super angry. That'd be like alternate number 3. Wow. It's like you guys don't really it's another one. It's another one. Lols. Account created 3 minutes ago. Falter sucks. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh man. Dude, I'm so flattered. You guys love me so much. Oh man. Dude, I'm so flattered. I appreciate the love, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, even though you're banned from talking in my chat, I'd love if you guys give me the follow, especially if you're creating all these counts just for me. Please, please, follows, guys. The follows. I'd love them. Please. It'd be great to have, right? But no, yeah. Where was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's just funny to see, right? Like, if this is all that the Royal Navy's ever been, then it makes sense, right? The only wars they've really been able to win are against uncivilized nations without actual tech and stuff, right? So just find it funny. It's just hilariously funny. I'll turn myself up just a little bit for you. I just don't want to be peeking. That's all. Because I can peek if I'm usually intonating really a lot. I guess just because I'm kind of tired, I'm talking more quieter. But I'll take it into consideration. Thanks very much. There you go. So volume's raised just a little bit for you guys. That way, you don't miss out on my lovely voice. I know you come here to listen to it. So, by the way, thank you so much for the support. So fade work. No, I don't like that really, because it feels so feels more ending than it does anything else. Okay, so let's try a different effect. Maybe a radial. I could try a radial wipe. Let's see. But it maybe let's see how that goes. No. Takes too long if I do it that length. There we go. That would be a little bit better. So I think that works fine. No follows? Man, you guys, I'd love to have more follows. If you're creating these accounts, please, by all means, give me them follows, give me them love. I mean, you're giving me them comment love. I'd love to have it. I'd love to see it. You know, I mean, if you're making the time, right? So, let's see. So that's just a radial wipe. This one is definitely a more solid transition. I'm going from the Nagato into the carrier, right? And then from the carrier into the battleship again, and then from the battleship into the battleship, right? Yeah. So, let's see. Maybe something like... So it transitions over not very smoothly, I guess. I could do a zoom blur. Try that. Oh, in terms of Akuma, though, you did ask, so I might as well answer your question in a way. I'm not a big fan of Akuma, mostly because he's a combat logger, just like Harry is. It's what always made me stand apart from Spear. While sure, they hired me sometimes to give them consultation and fight for them. I never liked fighting for them or with them. They were always very weak, and of course, Falter does not serve, just like Cetra does not serve. Kind of like in the way that I turned down the the recruitment to SDC and Code and 13th. I never wanted to be part of a group that I couldn't confidently say either had skill on my level or had skill above mine. Since nobody did, I never wanted to join any of your guys' group. So it was the same kind of with Spear. I also found Spear just to be just as hypocritical as SDC and Code and the rest of you. So, which kind of I think made me have this big conflict when I still talked to Herbrand, right? I mean, I was pushed to talk to Herbrand by Yamato on the PvP hub in the first place because Yamato couldn't beat Herbrand, and then I did, and that made Yamato angry, especially after that fight. I beat Yamato twice, and then he needed 2 people to fight me, which I thought was hilariously flattering. 2 people and premium. But it's still I don't know, it's still just always funny. It's always been funny. And I don't have a lot of respect for Spear. I don't. Spear is just as much gankers as the ganker side is, so I don't know. I think the biggest thing I always confronted Herbrand about especially was, hey, your leader's a combat logger. Their leader's a combat logger. You both run crimes against people and think that makes you law bringers. It doesn't. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And you both gank people, but try to justify it for different reasons. Gankers do it because they want to hurt people. Rule 1 of my code? I don't think I am. I'm not, but thank you very much for your input, Nora. I really appreciate it. Oh, and thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it so much. 50% of crimes. That's a funny name. I like that. That's a good one. But thanks so much, Norma. No, I don't know exactly what faction you're from. I believe you're from Code, but if you are, then that would be very ironic. Especially if you're trying to call me a liar. So ironic. In fact, actually, let's get into some code talk here while we're at it, right? Let's actually open up another. Well, we can just go back to the Harry video because that's actually good for having kind of a platform for just linking the pictures from stuff. But let's talk about Code for a second. Code, the quote-unquote noble gentleman pirates of Elite. Yeah, it's such a tired old meme now that they do that. It's so funny. what is it? I think the first time I ever interacted with a code member was that like ST/57 guy, whatever it is, and that was on the Elite forums, um, way back. Um, you guys, I really appreciate the follows. Thank you so much for the love and support. It's so great to see you guys love me so much. I appreciate it. Having the Falterverse populated with more and more of you guys because of how angry you are is so good, and I love reaping your salt. Thank you so much for the support. New one of you guys is, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I'm gonna call you Lolius. Because the whole thing is just one big word. So Lolius, I think, is the what I'm going to call you. But thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Of course, it'll be seen on the recording here later, which I'm going to be highlighting this, by the way. So whenever Love and Peace sends people over to my channel, this will be the first thing that everybody will be seeing, which I think is going to be the greatest, because it's going to be showing exactly what you guys usually do. To me, kind of as an honest reality of what the elite community is, in a way of also helping to disprove and dispel a lot of the lies you've spread about me for years. In fact, but yeah, like I said, I think the funny thing about Code is they advertise themselves as these big gentleman pirates, right? Yeah, no, they're not. Code doesn't really do pirating as much as they do ganking, but they try to say it's pirating. Thank you so much, Winnie the Pooh. Appreciate the follow. And I think the hilarious aspect of dealing with Code itself isn't necessarily that they are gankers or pirates. They're kind of neither. They're the biggest care bears in all of Elite, I think. I think the first. Well, actually, let's use an example. So the first code that I want to talk about is probably Bohemian Rogue, who used to be a part of FSIN before he was ever part of anything. And what ended up happening with him is he ended up losing to me so much in PvP, right? That he had this big, huge tantrum and like mental split, right? Where he basically lost it and went off the deep end and basically harassed me and became what we now call, and especially in FSN, which was originally coined by the haters, by the way, FalterX, right? Where you basically go and you harass me thinking that I'll pay attention to you or take you back because if you bully me, then clearly I'll pay attention to you. But it, or rather, but it's just hilarious to see. So, and this guy becomes one of the main prominent leaders of Code. And what does he do once he becomes a Code member? Oh, he makes it his life goal to basically go out of his way to talk about rumors about me in the most petty way you can, basically literally emphasizing the Falter ex-girlfriend idea, right? Where essentially you get banned by me from my group and I don't talk to you anymore and I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And because they can't handle it, they create these solicitous rumors and hate to try to tear down my reputation or get more people to hate me in the most petty way they can because they can't process their grief. It's kind of like the 5 stages of grief, but like stupider. That's like the funniest and most easiest way of putting it. It kind of is. Oh yeah, Marcus, you're right. Yeah, it's definitely gonna get them in trouble with Twitch, with what they're doing. Like it's easy to link these accounts to Harry himself, anyways. And considering that they're using it to correspond in Discord, we can literally just backtrack through Discord. Was it I love this new thing from Captain Pelly. Was it laugh of a diseased mind? Yeah. Oh my God, Pelly is so angry. Remember, this is the same guy who tries to pretend that I've doxed him. And if I truly did anything like that, oh yeah, he wouldn't be like this. No, he'd be like me. He'd be trying to hide. I'll save this as Pelly Harassment 5 because that goes in that folder anyways. Oh yeah, let me just drop this here because it's funny to see. Like I said, this is the level of obsession that these guys do, simply for being mad cause bad, right? Like you see it, and you normally are like, are people are really like this? And it's like, yeah, people are really like this. Like look at this guy. Like no, No, Pelly. You lost. You lost in PvP and it was funny. You lost in PvP so many times. I think it's what's even funnier too. Like, there's actually the highlight still of him attacking me on stream a while back. Oh man, oh man. I love how the self-identifies as lawful evil. The quote from Love and Peace. That's funny. Self-identifies as lawful evil. Oh man, that's funny. That's really funny. Like, they don't know the difference between just role playing or not. And you'd think that with how much effort Love and Peace has gone to, right, to like send people to my channel, I guess he's trying to do it in a way to shame me or something. I don't necessarily know if that's the best way of doing it, by the way, Love and Peace, just letting you know. But like, I guess in his opinion, it's just weird. You know, 'cause like the same guy who's been stalking me or trying to talk bad about me to other communities and get people to just harass me for literally no reason, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people just can't even like for example, right here, you got this, and I still sit here, Pelly. By the way, with your argument, like, if you're gonna claim that anybody doxed you, then please just at least delete the evidence of you actually doxing me. I would really appreciate you not sharing my face around. Same goes for you, Jazzid. It's not necessarily fun to be doxed by a community of really, really, really bad PvP pilots. Or rather, just pilots in general. Yeah, I don't think you're a PvP pilots. You're not. You're more like, since you're all banned, I guess it would be like no. I was gonna make a joke like player versus wine, but I don't think it'll work like a way. It's just, like I said, this is just the level of sad, right, that you've got in this community, right? They don't learn. They, you know, but it's just whatever. One like equals one prayer. Like I said, if anything, you guys, I love the attention you give me. It's great, and I thank you so much for the constant and continuous support. You know, you have made me more famous than any elite player ever will be, and I don't even really play the game anymore after I retired 2 months ago. Well, not 2 months ago, sorry. I always say it's 2 months. It's July that I retired. That was the last time I played Elite. But like, yeah, it's just funny. You know, it's some people. I don't know. The Elite community is what it is, and I guess it's just hilarious to see that they can't move on, right? You know, so, but I guess I don't know. Some people be some people. Oh, was it? I saw a while back too. Like, what was it? There was a bunch of them trying to like take over even the Falterverse, right? And like a bunch of us mods got pinged on it, and we were all like, "Bruh, bruh, moderator activity in the last 60 days." It was just funny to see. I think even this, right, where I've seen now quotes of people that have like this, right, where they'll literally go searching for me, of course, and they'll find videos of me beating them, and then instead of being like, oh yeah, Falter's better than us, blah 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 blah, it's a lot of just ad hominem, more attacks, more bullying. You know, these guys just don't get over it. They don't have the capability of getting over it. And what I think is ironic too is, was it the guy who came here to ask about Akuma? What's funny is people like, was it Kate or whatever from, yeah, Sister Kate, yeah, from like Warriors of Word. They're like all part of Spear. So like, just harping on Akuma is like basically harping on yourselves now at this point, considering so many of you are banned and so many of you can't play the game and so many of you literally have nothing to do but just obsess about me, which once again, thank you so much for the love and support. I appreciate it. That you're all basically the same now, which is kind of funny. So I mean, go figure, you know. It's just funny. Really funny. Hold on, this is just a normal screenshots. I'm gonna transition over to other screenshots. I think it's kind of funny too, considering that I moved over to the new PC. Oh yeah, that's right. I've got those videos of when Maximus was actually talking about the original PC I had, right? Which they put like keyloggers and stuff on. Like this is the level of crazy these guys are, right? Like putting keyloggers and stuff on computers. Oh, by the way, and while he may be banned, it was actually Nishimura who found that information out for us. And while I don't condone Nishi's actions, he kind of was not the greatest of guys. At least he got info for us before he basically earned his ban in the way that he treated a lot of us. Kind of the same way that Khan did as well. And once again, Khan was a good guy in all his rights. Nishi was a good guy in all his rights. But when it comes to harassing people, we just don't tolerate it in FSEN. Really don't. Our biggest thing in FSEN is being better than the rest. Whether that be morally, piloting, being able to outthink people, that's just how FSEN works. And we pride ourselves on only recruiting people and only taking time to invest in people who have the capability of being better, however that may be, right? It's a mentality, just like it is when it comes to, well, even, yeah, exactly. Even in the way that it comes when we talk about, like when I talk to like PvEers, right? The mentality of, were you a victim of your gank, or are you the fault of your gank, right? Did you earn your death, or are you going to play the victim and pretend that you didn't deserve to be killed, despite the fact that you're a bad pilot, you didn't know what you were doing, or you did, but you chose not to listen to anybody's advice, right? It's kind of like when it comes to the meta players. They spend so much time focusing on being these, like, I don't even know now, these FDL peeps, but in the end, the FDL is the worst PvP ship you could choose. It really is. It's so weak. The only thing it's got is maybe that class 4 hard point, but outside of that, it gets outturned by everything. Literally everything. And some of these guys just don't want to accept that, right? Some of these guys will literally just bully people for saying that the FDL is bad, or being able to beat the FDL is bad. Superstar and I have seen it so much. Oh my god, we've seen it so much, right? Like, wait, I think this was funny. This Harry Potter alternate that came and fought me with plasma. He like agreed to die, and then he just rants. It was weird. But I mean, killing Harry Potter a second time, even in an Asp with a PvP fit, was funny. It's kind of like when I killed I want to say Egomont, because we started calling him Egomont in FSAN after his tantrums. But yeah, it was like fighting Egomont in the same type of way, right? He attacks me with this thing, and it's like, bro, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You know? It's just funny to see at the end, right? Like, oh, there you go. So that's WebGear's thing. Oh, okay, this one. I need this one still. Oh yeah, a lot of what even Code did a lot too is Code's more known not for fighting, but for running away. Code really didn't have the capability of being good pilots in general. They're really not. Like, they're led by Shippy McShipface, who even admitted he's a combat logger on his Discord a while back. Let me actually grab that. Memes of production. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Man, there are so many memes lately. Gary, you've been posting too many memes. Too many memes. Well, I have been too, so I'm just equally guilty. Lols. Rogue memes. Thai memes. What's this one? Oh, this was more Fistin targeting me. That's right. Did I save this yet in the archive? No, I did not. Now we'll just grab this, save it, and then put it in the hit films thing here. Real quick. Boop bada beep. This one. This one was funny. But yeah. That's just funny to see. Like, these guys are just, they don't learn. And they continue on like, like nobody notices. And then you look at it and you've got like 126 results for just my name alone. Just my name, right? Oh yeah, this was when he got banned from warships. That's right. So he got this. So this guy, which was once again another actually FSEN member, the guy on the upper right. I always get his name wrong. I always want to call him like Callie or something, but it's not. But like, this guy comes to the Warships Discord and starts trying to harass me. Of course, right? So you show the mods about it, and the mods call him out, and he keeps harassing me. And then he actually like tries to do the stuff that Elite does, but you know, since every community but Elite isn't insane, because in other words, the Elite community is the only one that would allow people like me to be bullied in the way that the community in Elite bullies people, right? He basically gets banned. The developers have actually banned this guy too, which I think is funny. He got like a full-on suspension for legitimately stalking me in the game, right? Like this type of like, it's this sad that these guys are. They're just this sad, right? Like they don't have a life beyond me anymore. So many of them have been permanently banned from the game. They just don't have the capability of it. Oh, in terms of my opinion too with Akuma here, I'll do another affirmation of how I see Akuma. I made a meme a while back about it. It was this one. I don't have a lot of respect for Akuma or Spear. Just like I don't have a lot of respect from anybody in your guys' camp and the meta camp either. There are a lot of potatoes, and there are a lot of potatoes, a lot of combat loggers, and I just don't approve of it. Once you're a cheater, you're always a cheater, and people who cheat as much as the Elite community does, and even like lets it happen in the way the Elite community does, it's disgusting because when you think about it, like these people literally can't play any other game anymore in a legit way. They can't, right? The way that they are in Elite is the way that they are everywhere else. You know, kind of the same way that I play my gunship playstyle, the same way I do in Warships, right? And these guys just, like I said, they don't have the capability of actually being good at any video game, right? They're, like I said, once a cheater, always a cheater. And it's just, it makes you pity them, right? It makes you wonder, hey, what if you guys weren't like just bad, right? What if you actually were good? And then, you know, what if you were capable of not being toxic when you lose, right? And these guys just aren't, of course, right? I don't know if they have the capability of being honest. Some of them, like I know some of them are specifically like pathological liars. They really can't tell the truth. Oh, cool. We're gonna be at the Paris Walmart. Awesome. Okay, cool. I think even one of the funniest things too, by the way, which is hilarious, is there was like a big huge thing which Yamato started after he doxed me on Reddit, right? Which was like I apparently had done something weird in Walmart, and I'm sitting here like, what? I know this is defamation, but like, why, out of all the places, this? It makes literally no sense, because like, not only am I now selling stuff at Walmart, shipping. Let me look up the address real quick. How long it'll take to get there? Group me on your phone. Oh, cool. Yeah. So I'll need to download Zoom on my phone so we can have our meetings in the morning. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Chandler. Already one step ahead of ya. One second, guys. The massive audience I've got going on here. Which, by the way, once again, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support, the follows, and everything. It's, you know, it means so much that you guys continue to make me the God Falter, of course, the God Falter, right? Where was I going there? I lost my train of thought. I can get back to it. Oh, actually, here's a good example. This is from one of my older Twitch streams. So like one of the guys we banned from our group was Arcadia Stacks, right? And you know the argument I use of once a cheater, always a cheater. Well, I actually figured out that Arcadia Stacks was using bowgun hacks in Monster Hunter World to beat monsters in literally seconds in the arena when you have preset gear, right? like it kind of becomes hilarious that it really is a once a cheater, always a cheater. Lols, if I was bad, you guys wouldn't stalk me. Just letting you know. Which I think is funny, by the way. Once again, super flattered. Thank you so much for the new alternate. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for the continued support, Harry Potter. But yeah, it's just funny to see. When was this one created? It's just funny to see. Did Faithful follow me again? So he unfollowed and unfollowed? That's funny. Oh, it was Faithful who actually was actually being the big one to post my face a while back on what was it? Twitter too, actually. Where was that? Hold on, let me find Gary's DM, because I took a bunch of screenshots of it, of course, too. And he got like a lot of stuff. I don't know if he got permanently banned from Twitter. I know he got a lot of stuff locked. Same way that, like, was it Gavin got a lot of stuff locked, which even the fact of meeting them accidentally again because, what was it, Gavian attacked me in Warships and then lost, and that was so funny. I still got that video too. I was actually gonna make a video out of it. Let me actually load it up here, because it like I said, it was actually, I originally thought it was Evil Twink, but it actually wasn't. It was Gavian, and it was so funny to see how bad they are, right? Where it's okay, yeah, wait, but this in mind, right? Elite PvPers that fly the FDL think they're good in other games, right? But the ironic reality is, once you're so bad in the way that they act, in the way that they are, in the way that they can't even move forward, it creates this kind of like stagnant mindset where they can't grow, they can't improve, right? There is no constant improvement. They don't know how to have personal growth. So you get stuff like, well, like this. Give me a second. Let me make it bigger, actually. Oh, paused it. compare it, right, to, like, for example, let's look at a Harry Potter fight. It's a very similar tactic and thing where these guys are so bad that they have literally no capability 1v1, which is okay. What's even funnier, right? So you look at every elite PvPer or every elite player who professes to do PvP, right? And their big thing is that they'll call people names if they don't do wing fights. And why do they call people names if they don't do wing fights? It's because wing fights are their way of letting you get free ganks on people. At the end of the day, they individually have no skill. Alone, any meta player is worse than a PvEer, sorry. They'll combat log, they'll run premiums, they'll run crimes, they'll whine, they'll do the exact same thing. And they just can't even. Do you odd? No. Do they even? No, they just can't. And there is no getting good for them. And whenever they tell you get good, no, just laugh at them. Look at them, laugh at them, and then tell them it's ironic. Because if they want to get good, then they'll need to have individual merit. None of them do. None of them do. Like, look at, like, you can just look at Harry, how stupid Harry was, and how, or rather, well, no, yeah, was, because he's permanently banned twice on multiple accounts. Like, by the way, that's what I think is even more hilarious, that these guys, even after they got banned, needed alternates to still play a game that they were banned from. You look at this, and how do you lose to somebody who's in a taxi? How do you lose to somebody who's got 900 armor and 300 shields when you're in a full-on PvP fit? How do you lose to somebody who's got lightweight weapons, half of them with no effects, simply to be a jump ship? How do you lose to somebody with no MRP and a FSD booster and a fuel scoop? How do you lose to that type of person as a PvPer? Well, you rely on cheats like they do. You rely on premium like they do. You think that wing fights make a person good. You harass people who are good at 1v1s because you know it will expose your community for being actually bad. That's why these people are bad. They don't have the capability of assessing their own basically stupidity. Thank you so much for the hydrate. Let me get some water here real quick. Aha, got water. Water consumed. And yeah, you've got, like I said, you've got people like this that literally don't have the capability of recognizing just how bad they are. John Cleese, I think, probably put it the best way. And I'll say it again. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect. Where was it? How do you recognize you're stupid if you're so stupid that you don't even know you're stupid? The same level of intelligence it takes to realize you're intelligent, or to realize you're not stupid, is the same skill and intelligence required to realize you are stupid. So if you are so stupid that you don't know you're stupid, Dunning-Kruger. These guys are so bad at the FDL, at PvP in general, that they can't even critically analyze or assess their own skill. They can't let in other points of view that would contradict their own, because it threatens the lies that they've built, the foundation of lies that they've built, right? You look at it even between, for example, the first version of Elite to Horizons to 3.0, right? In the first version of Elite, when everything was unengineered, FDL was okay, outclassed by the Python, but the gunship didn't exist back then, remember? And this is unengineered, by the way. If the FDL was already, off the bat, outclassed by an unengineered Python when it's unengineered, that's going to tell somebody something, at least somebody who has a brain. Then you start getting to the first sets of Horizons, right? Now, I started Elite back in 2014, September 14th, 2014, one day before my birthday. I bought Elite as a birthday present to myself because a bunch of my friends on Steam had convinced me to buy it. ironically enough, those people actually ended up quitting. So go figure. But you come to the first stages of engineering, and the FDL more feels overpowered than it does balanced, and that's because of a lot of the randomness of engineering. But then you figured out why. It wasn't because they had good engineering or the palettes were good, they were cheating rolls. And there was a bunch of videos made about it, which actually resulted in people like Rinsler getting banned, modules getting banned, ships getting taken away, a lot of that type of stuff, right? And even this was, by the way, this is the original mindset, which made me stand apart from these guys, right? Now I'd met a pilot by the name of that at that time by the name of Ildren, and I was still hanging out with Serious Gov, like so we're talking about like Arson Cross, um, those type of people, right? Um, and the Ildren guy was like all on board the whole like let's do the cheating with the modules and stuff, and tried to get people at that time, especially in my server, to do it. And I was like, fuck no, dude. If you need to cheat, you're bad. And why should I cheat to get modules when I'd much rather earn that normally? I'm not in such a need to cheat to have an unfair edge over other people. I'm good enough that my gunship in its default state is good enough to beat 90% of all PvPers in all engagements. So why would I need to cheat my modules or rolls? I'm the only one that flies a gunship this way. Double Seekers, 5 Plasma, one is an advanced Plasma accelerator, and a Biweave. I mean, heck, this is what got me first on the board by defeating Unreal J, who was running full-on premium ammo. You can delete shit. Oh, yeah, I know that guy's a doof, yeah. That Andrew guy, he doesn't know how to actually delete stuff off of Google Drive. Yeah, he's... Like I said, if he doesn't know how to delete stuff off of Google Drive, this is an indication of the intelligence level of meta. Like, this is the intelligence level of meta. I can't... You don't see me doing air quotes. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so you've got stuff like this, where these, like, my mindset is, don't cheat. You don't need an unfair advantage. If you're good, you're good. Your skill will show it, right? And all the way back from the beginning, the moment engineers came out, these meta guys needed it to have an unfair advantage. They would cheat to get an advantage over others. And even then, in most cases, people like me wouldn't care. I could beat people like that easily, and I did. Jot117, Rinsler, Hasmango, Yamato, Ryan. The list goes on of people I've trashed in my gunship, right? And it became such a meme that, to me at least, right, seeing these guys need to cheat, that they could not do anything without cheating, that they had no capability of playing this game without cheating. And once 2.0 rolled around and all the modules got to the place where there was no more randomness, then they became even more outclassed. People who could just access the most basic modules made the FDL so obsolete that they couldn't even use their Biweave meta anymore. Regardless, I had made their Biweave meta obsolete anyways. It was part of the reason why it got phased out from PvP. People who would fight me on the PvP hub would literally die and lose within 50 seconds. Because the gunship is that powerful. The gunship is that maneuverable if you know what you're doing. And these guys, they couldn't take it. They snapped. They lost it. They went after the best pilot in the game in real life because instead of accepting that they were bad at the game, had to attack someone in real life. And that's the elite community in a nutshell. Rather than be humble and learn from your betters, kowtow to your betters, bow, embrace your betters, praise your betters. Oh no, arrogance and ego becomes them. It's quite literally kind of disgusting to me. It's very much kind of how you would look at like something like unsportsmanlike conduct or somebody being a sore loser, right? It's very much disgusting. Very much sad to see. And it actually looks like I finally... They've lost interest now too, because we're down to one viewer. So what I'll actually quickly do is wrap this up here real quick. Thank you everybody, all my haters who tuned out and who tuned in and who gave me the extra follows and stuff. Like I said, love you guys so much. You're the best. You will keep making my name praised for all eternity. Me, Falter, God of the gunship. You make me your god. Your harassment to me is a tribute, a statue to my name. And if you don't like it, then you can stop. Anytime you want. All of you can. And like I said, calling me a pedophile, harassing me, name calling me, claiming that I've doxed people when you've doxed me, threatening me in real life, hurting me in real life, all this stuff, yeah. No. You guys can stop the rumors on Discord. I don't mind if you talk about me, but at least be honest. And if you're going to start directing people to my channel now, then I'm going to start doing this. Because it's the best way of handling things. At the end of the day, mad 'cause bad, you guys. You're mad 'cause bad. And it's hilarious to see. I pity you all. I truly do. Just grow up. Guys, seriously, grow up. The moment you learn, the moment you'll actually be able to get lives and hopefully move on from Elite. And with all of you basically being banned from Elite, you should consider moving on. You really should. Find something else to do to take up your time. Except for Harry, make sure you stay off the internet. Being restrained is a legally binding thing. And yeah, you might want to, comply. Sooner or later, it's gonna come back to bite you, dude. Just fair warning. So, but yeah. So, yes, everybody who tuned out, thank you so much for the extra follows. Well, I think I only technically kept 2, considering how many of you I banned. But yeah, like I said, the chat log will be here in the video, so people will get to see exactly what you said, exactly what I banned you for, and enjoy. Ciao all.